Welcome, church. My name is Joan Stevenson. Today's great verse is from 1 Corinthians 20 and 21. In this book that Paul is writing to the ancient church in Corinth, he's concerned. It's like an Instagram reel of everything that could go wrong in a church. There's divisions, there's false teaching, there's immorality, there's immaturity, there's squabbles, there's marital difficulties. And Paul writes this letter to address these. One of the problems that they were having is that people were fighting over who presented the message of Christ. And there was arguments and divisions about that. 1 Corinthians 1, 20 and 21 says this. Where is the wise person? Where is the teacher of the law? Where is the philosopher of this age? Has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world? For since in the wisdom of God, the world through its wisdom did not know him, God was pleased through the foolishness of what was preached to save those who believe. In ancient times in Corinth, people were listening to the latest fad, the latest scholar, the latest expert about what was good and bad, and there were long debates about things. And it's interesting because in today's world, we also are looking for scholars and experts to fact check everything we know. And what this passage is saying is that we don't know God through pursuing the wisdom of this world. The message of the cross, that we can be saved through belief in Jesus Christ, looks foolish to the world. It's not foolish, but it looks foolish by today's world standards. And when you are in pursuit of knowing Christ and wanting to understand the message of Christ, there's nothing wrong with pursuing the experts. But ultimately, it's God who gives us the ability to trust and believe in him, and that we can believe and be saved. It kind of reminds me of the story in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, where Lucy and Susan come across the stone table where Aslan has been killed by the White Witch. And the White Witch thinks she's triumphed because she's killed Aslan. And Aslan has given his life in place of Edmund, who betrayed, as the law required. Lucy and Susan are distraught, and they're crying. And then, with a loud crack, the stone table is broken in half, and Aslan comes back to life. And Lucy and Susan are surprised, and Aslan springs about, and they're like, what happened? And Aslan says, the White Witch knew a deep magic, but there's a secret magic before that time that she was not aware of. And it's like that. There's this deeper truth that God himself reveals to us when we are pursuing him. Maybe that's because we've come to faith in the past, or maybe we've never come to faith, or maybe we're struggling with a doubt or a question. But as we seek him, we can find him and find that the wisdom that God intends is available to us, the wisdom to save. Have a great day, church.